Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jade Empire walkthrough, and welcome to Chapter 2. We had our marvelous crash landing here, ironically at Tien's landing. And then I ran into a little bit of a bug here with my game, so this should be a little bit interesting anyway. I think I had some spirits pop up here, and they wouldn't trigger like combat, so they just stood there. And after you fight these, yeah, I cut it out and reloaded my game. So these are the spirits I'm talking about. The three spirits here were just standing still and they wouldn't attack me. And I'm not sure if you can progress any farther due to that. You know, we're supposed to get a scene here with the water dragon afterwards. So again, I'm not really sure if I could have continued or not. I was more frustrated because not being able to kill the ghost would have meant less experience. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, again, it probably wouldn't have ended up being that big of a deal, but it was still a little annoying.
You fell from the sky, but despite the maddened spirits here, you will benefit. A spirit monk was here long ago, fleeing the destruction that orphaned you. He carried a piece of your amulet. It was separated, broken apart, so your enemies could not find it easily. You have the first piece. It trains your abilities now. The second piece fell here with its minder, hidden until waters receded. A guardian protects it, waiting to test and serve you. The third piece awaits discovery in a distant lair. These three pieces are physical, but there is one more. It cannot be found, only earned. This final piece is all that will save you in the end.
Are you all right? You fell over after the fight. There was something here, but I couldn't see it clearly. You saw a vision? Strange that I could not make it out. Strong spirits are usually quite clear to me. Please tell me if you have any more. You shouldn't stay here. It isn't safe. There's so much pain and suffering in this place that I can barely think. What did Zeus say again? A clearing near Tien's landing across the bridge in south? It sounds simple enough. Lead the way and I'll follow. You should get...
Alright, so there's a nice little discussion there with the water dragon. She basically tells us that you know, we got the amulet, and there's more pieces to it, and we will be hunting those down. Tien's Landing. This is the first really kind of cool part of the game. You know, the school's got a couple of side quests. Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many there's actually. So, I guess the statues, you know, maybe you can kind of consider that a side quest. I mean, there's certainly a good reward. The technique is pretty awesome. But then there's the whole key 'em in aspect, and that actually, the result of that is a technique as well. So, it's pretty cool. And then, what is the guy in... The guy that asks you about his father, that was another one. And then is it the guy that's got the debt to Gao's father? So that was one more. And boy, I feel like I'm missing. Oh, maybe the villager that lost the gold, I guess you could kind of consider that one. But, alright, anyways. Let's talk a little bit more about Tien's Landing. So, obviously, I just did, you know, the usual exploration here. That bridge back there, we'll actually be able to open that a little bit later. And then, what do we got here? A couple more thugs to take care of. So these guys don't take anything. You know, there's nothing special about these. No big deal. NBD. Boom! Splat! I love those harmonic combos. I remember this. So the first time I played the game, I did not know how to do those. And, you know, there's a couple of different NPCs that give you clues on how to do them. And I don't know if I just didn't get it or what the deal was, but I didn't do them. So once I learned how to do those,
Stop
it
where
was,
you are.
I don't know,
Death's Hand
it's
should
not
know
like it
better
makes,
than to
it's
send
not
his
going to make or
minions
break it.
out
You can
there.
definitely complete the game
It is
without
clear
ever
that you
doing
were
one,
his
but
hirelings,
it is
or
kind of cool.
perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding
And I mean,
bandits. You will
it's
pay
pretty
for the
graphic.
crimes you have committed.
What with the blood spewing from everywhere.
Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you lead the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you. The way you move seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous. And Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. So it would appear. You lack their branding. But if you are not one of them, who are you? A monk? A mercenary? A bandit? You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand, but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. Your honor sends you toward peril, but you do not flinch from it. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial City. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
Right, so there's the first official meeting with Silk Fox. As well as I think we kind of schooled her. Pretty easy fight. Obviously, that's another one of the ones you can't do any harmonic combos. And boy, if you could, that would completely change the story. What else we got here? Nothing else as far as treasures. I'm gonna head to the left right here. You don't actually need to come back here quite yet, but there are some Imperial guards to beat down, which I'm definitely gonna do, because I'm all about the EXP.
Is off limits. Intruders will be executed.
Intruders will be executed. Wow.
I am a soldier of the Imperial Army, sent by Death's Hand to destroy anyone foolish enough to enter this place. Unfortunately, this includes you.
Kill the peasant. What? Girl. No peasant. Well, I don't know what a peasant would really look like. Dude's got a pretty extensive tattoo, but I don't know. Who knows?
Wait,
Maybe
stop.
I'm reading it.
I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy.
Not even
I'm
a
not even a
soldier.
soldier.
This guy's kind of cool. So he's obviously been conscripted into the army,
My name
even
is
though
Jade.
he's not a
I'm just
soldier.
a simple peasant from the town of One Stone.
It's
These soldiers
kind of
came to my
looking
village a few
like
weeks ago. One of them angered the Lotus
Angered the
Assassins
Lotus
and
Assassins.
charged me
Okay, so
and
that's what
killed him.
happened. So the
As I was
the
coming
Imperial
back from the
soldiers
village,
and the
I
Lotus
was
Assassins don't
He wasn't
necessarily
uniform,
see eye to
blood
eye,
stains
and
and all,
here's
told me I was in the army.
obviously evidence of that fact.
I will do my best, but I don't know anything. The Lotus Assassins just told us to guard the gate while they
So,
searched the ruins.
This poor guy.
That's all, I swear.
I guess it was a good thing he was hiding in that
They forced me to
whatever
serve them.
shrine
They would
back
have
there
killed me if I
because
disobeyed. I had no
otherwise
choice
I
but
guess
to
we
guard
would
this
have
door while they searched the ruins.
Shrek'd him.
I don't know.
Shrek'd his
I
face.
was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus Assassins themselves are.
And I'm trying to think if you can kill this guy or not.
No,
Because
nothing. Only that the gate
obviously
leads to
killing
the
him
lock.
would definitely give
The
you
Lotus
some
Assassins had to get a key from
close
Shang,
fist
the
points,
Imperial
but
Minister
I
at
don't
Tien's
think
landing.
you can.
But I think the ruins are haunted. I hear strange sounds coming from beyond the gates. But even the threat of ghosts can't keep the assassins from their search. I don't know. I was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus Assassins themselves are allowed into the ruins. Of course, Great One. I will return to my village and lead an upright life of farming and praying. Thank you for sparing me. Thank you.
You showed great compassion to that poor man. I am glad to see you can be merciful as well as strong.
Alright, so I totally could have killed the guy. Now that I did scroll down to check all the options, and that definitely was one of them. And I know that would have given us close fist points, so. Another good example of possibly, you know, getting close fist by taking some pretty brutal actions. And all kinds of treasures. The silk strings, that is actually for a side quest that we will not be able to do as a open palm character. That is closed fist only. So, unfortunately, we will not be able to make use of those. But, and if I remember right, that side quest ends in a technique. So. That's another kind of crummy thing. It would have been nice to get that, but it was not in the cards, so to speak. Wow, look at my intimidation. Wow, I wonder if I equipped a specific gem that brought it up so high. I guess I wasn't paying attention to what gems I had on, but typically I guess I see intimidation as more of a closed fist type of response. So I don't know how much I actually use that. In fact, I don't know if I ever do. I'm just trying to think of, you know, like I said, I've gone through the whole game already, and so now I'm just doing the commentary afterwards, and I don't remember if on the open palm walkthrough if I ever used intimidation. Oh well, anyways. Like I said, I guess excuse me, wow. I usually you know, see intimidation options as being more close fist. So
you found your way. Good.
Or food for thought, I guess.
I decided there wasn't much point in staying with the flyer. It's not going to get much worse, in my opinion. Here, I salvaged this gem out of some sort of power source. I imagine you will have some use for it. Now that we're here, we should see if anyone knows anything about flyers. Maybe whoever's in charge of the town can help us get underway again. I will stay here at this new camp unless you need me. It seems like a good enough place to base ourselves out of.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind, although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li. I will answer what I can. Zhu made it quite clear what we must do. We need a wind map, and we need a flyer. The longer we take, the farther away Master Li gets. I do not like the area around this place, around Tien's Landing. There is rot here, deep in the heart of it. There are secrets, and there has been much suffering. Maybe I just feel this way because of what happened at the school, or what I fear will happen to Master Li. I just know we must be careful. I will, but I cannot help worrying or thinking about what has happened to Master Li. That is very sweet of you to say. We should get back to what we need to do. Is there anything else you need? Be well, my friend. I can't believe Two Rivers is gone. It was home. The people there were the only family I've known. And now, they're all gone.
I understand, Dawnstar. But the path you are on may lead to even darker places. You must prepare yourself.
I don't want to think like that. We will set things right. We have to.
Returning your friends was never an option. But there are a great many more things that you can lose.
Is there any...
Yes? Is there something you want? I can assure you that I no longer share an allegiance with them. It was a short dalliance that ended on poor terms. I won't discuss that. Perhaps I will say more when I know your motives better, but for now my past is my own. I'm not concealing anything that will harm you or your cause. You and Dawnstar have my full support, but my past is my own affair. I won't get in your way if you don't get in mine. I have nothing more to say about where we are. Our enemy? The sure sign of an effective fighter is that he has many enemies. Which are you most curious about? This small man. He bears a grudge against the world because his wealth cannot buy him the status he wants. At least that is my estimation of him. If we encounter him in his holdings near Tien's Landing, I doubt he will be very welcoming. Not after he learns the fate of his son. You name the Emperor among your personal foils. You have a grand opinion of yourself. Don't be so quick to link Sun High to the destruction you have seen. Death's hand may still answer to him, but it is a long leap from that to assuming the Emperor approves of what the Lotus Assassins have done. Both of those possibilities will be hard for people to swallow. The Emperor is the Emperor. He is above weakness or viciousness. To question that is to question the nature of the Jade Empire, and not many people are willing to do that. The Emperor is the foundation upon which we build. If he is weakened, we all fall. There is little to tell that would affect you now. The assassins are fanatically loyal to Death's Hand, and he uses that influence to do as he wishes. He also controls the Imperial Army, but they are no longer in his favor, it seems. Mere guards in comparison to the assassins. Death's Hand was just beginning his rise to power when I left the Lotus Assassins. I do not know much more about him. Goodbye, then.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot of dialogue. Alright, so here, first things first, I do want to say one thing. Sagacious Zoo, you're going to want to talk to him fairly often. He's got a little, kind of like a subplot. And if you don't talk to him enough, you won't complete it. And here you actually have your first chances of talking with Dawnstar and basically starting the romance with her. I don't believe female characters can romance her, but males can, and I don't think it matters if you're closed fist. Actually, I know it doesn't. It doesn't matter if you're closed or open palm. So either way, if that's something that you want to do, then now is the time to start.
It's sure to be more exciting than this dead place.
Watita osia kwanif nipa pier uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafa wer sumpuno ko suir Ukier nepo sise sayer wosayer sisayer ifo woso no koso ayer ya sayer kanoa faranuer Woyer apafawa yer CCR CC2 talk. Woyer walk finir seer. Wo tawa yer kupir kawir nakawir ipduki.
Those pirates must be Gao the Greater's men. We know that he has holdings near here, and he has flyers.
Pier uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawa yer sumpuno ko suir toerok. Sisayer ifo woso no koso ayer ya. Sayer kanoa faranuer. Pawoyer astir wo sayer ifa saya wa kawir sheer. Wo tawa yer kupir kawir nakawir ipduki. Wo nipir uxayer sisini nisayer rusta. Wo ifuer uxunok no kawayer. Ukier nepo, sise sayer, wosayer, noni wo sayer tar, wo noni wo sayer tar, wo ignisaro, uyo we apafawa yer sisi tu talk. Koni okyo we kawa ye wokawa ye, watita osia kwani.
Alright, and these two have they're actually part of a side quest, pretty minor characters, but you can get a little bit of information about Tien's landing out of them. And here we finally meet Hui the Brave. Hui the Brave?
In this town, we don't step aside
it's
for
Hui.
you. You step aside
I wasn't
for
saying
us.
that right.
The peasants of this village may cower before you, but I do not. If you are smart, you will apologize for your behavior and walk away.
Don't tell me what to do. You think I won't hit a woman? You have to learn your place. This whole town has to learn its place. What are you looking at? This doesn't concern you. Time to teach you all a lesson.
Leaping Tiger. Leaping Tiger.
I was back at the camp when I heard the sounds of battle. I got here as fast as I could, though obviously I arrived too... Hui, What are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui. Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier, and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her. She was just a girl. Her parents were dead. I couldn't look after her, and I knew Hui by reputation. I knew she would find a good home for her. She's safe. That's all you need to know. She doesn't concern you. Besides, we don't have time to worry about something that happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the shallow river that holds them here. There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Zhu mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young man, what is your master's name? I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you, his protege, came seeking information.
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The glorious strategist was certain the path to the Imperial City would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information to you. You must be ready. I served under Sun Li and was one of a few soldiers he trusted enough to contact after Dirge fell. Li knew the events there would have great consequences. He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. It was madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted. Has any mortal ever shown such arrogance?
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Each facet of existence is managed by a specialized attendant. Most appear to have little influence, but some, like the water dragon, have a portfolio that grants exceptional status. She was said to have governance over the Great Wheel. She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth for his empire at the cost of the natural order. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the Emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price. Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price of his rebellion. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed.
Executed? Murdered? The Lotus assassins were to cut them down. A mother and newborn child. I have no doubt that order came from Death's
Alright,
hand
so
himself.
all of this dialogue I'll actually talk about in the next video, because this one's already coming to a close, but you definitely get a bit of information about Sagacious Zhu's past,
Even had he known,
and
still have saved you.
you learn about
Li
a
knows you have
child
destiny to fulfill.
that was brought
You're
to
the last of your kind. The natural order
Two
has
Rivers.
been disrupted. There is much
And again,
to say,
that
but
goes
first,
along with
I was
Sagacious
instructed
Sue's
to impart some very
plot
specific
that I was
knowledge.
actually talking
Your
about,
master
subplot
was
that I was
very
talking about
clear.
earlier.
You can trust
And
me.
again, you know, you're
So
gonna
I
want
don't
to
think there's any
you're gonna want
reason
to
for
pester
you to
him
stick
quite a bit
around.
to keep him
I'll be
talking
back at the
about
camp if you need
about
me.
his past. All right, but I'm
Zoe
gonna
is
cut
an
it here. So
honorable
like, comment,
man.
subscribe,
Not
whatever
a
you guys
good
want to do.
man,
Hope you guys are
perhaps,
helpful.
but an
Hope you're
honorable
enjoying them,
one.
and I hope
Now
you
to
keep
your
watching.
training.
All right,
A
thanks for
brief
joining me.
description will reinforce in your mind the style you saw me use. Certain lessons had to be withheld until you were ready for the attention they will bring. Sun Li taught me so that I would teach you. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.